Are you comfortable talking about your biological parents, Buffy? Do you ever talk about them? I just didn't notice anything in any of the information I read.
Well, who knows who they were? I'm adopted. They don't tell you. If you're adopted,
You have
number one, you don't have you have a birthday that's assigned by the court. So that means you don't have a horoscope. And if you're adopted, you don't know who you are, who you were. They don't tell you. It's almost like the residential schools. It was what they call the 60s school began long before the 60s. And the people who were running it, they thought they were doing a good thing, like they thought they were doing a good thing with residential schools. They weren't.
Ever search though on your own? I mean, because you know how native.
You try. Yeah, I have tried. I've tried, and in the 60s especially, I was trying hard because after I was, when I was taken in at Pie Pots, when I was adopted into Pie Pots, we knew. Emil Pie Pot and I, whole family, we all knew that we had no idea if I was a blood relative. We did not know. That was not the point. That's thinking like a white guy. No, it has nothing to do with the system and inheritance rights. The Lord passing on his. No, it has nothing to do with that kind of stuff. No, for the Pie Pots had lost 2 girls. And my sister Brenda was the first one they found and adopted. And okay. I was the second one several years later that they invited into their family. So it had nothing to do with like property rights and the things that official adoption deal with. But a side effect of that is that, as we're discussing today, when you're adopted, you don't really know. You don't really know.
Right.
You might, I mean, in some cases of official adoption, where you go to the adoption agency and you fill out a form. No, that's not how it was done. It was all sealed by the court, and it was somewhat shameful, and they were trying to protect us, oh, maybe somebody will know she's an Indian. It was the 40s.
Yeah.
Thankfully, things have changed. Things are a little different now.
But
I am very lucky. I am very lucky, Shawn, because I had 2 families. I have had 2 families. My first family had some predators in the family, in the male line for sure. But the women in that family were very wonderful to me, and I'm lucky enough to have had 2 families. So, and I'm still close to both.
Are you so your adopted parents and your adopted siblings?
My first adopted parents.
The first adopted parents. I imagine they're passed. Right?
No. Oh, yes. My first adoptive parents who raised me as a child have passed on. Yes.
They passed on. But your siblings, your adopted siblings, are they still alive?
My bad big brother is in the next world somewhere. I hope somebody's teaching him better manners. And my sister, my little sister, we're close friends. Wow. But I left when she was about, I think she was about 10. When I went away to college and really didn't go back.
Okay.
So, but my other family, my Cree adoptive family, who took me in my early 20s, were very close. And although my parents, Emil Pie Pot and Clara Starblanket Pie Pot, have walked on, I'm still real close to my brothers and sisters who are still here, and my nephews and nieces.
Wow.